Welcome back everyone. Further to the video that I did yesterday, that is about sour espresso coffee and can you fix that espresso. Now there were two suggestions, there were a few comments and there were two suggestions that I got from the comments on that video. That is, first one is to use a pressurized basket and the other suggestion was to increase the dose and further adjust the inner bar and see whether that espresso is drinkable. I think John commented that and he was suggesting that I should go further and do a video, and he believes the espresso should be tasty, so we are going to test that and see whether I'm able to achieve a good flow of the espresso. Remember, this is a very stale bean, so I'm not too sure how good espresso I'll get or how tasty it's gonna be, but this video is gonna be a test and let's proceed and see how those two options are. By the way, I just want to mark safe from that Lee hurricane we had yesterday, and as you can see, everything is calm and quiet today and we have sunny weather. Here I'm a bit curious to see if I can still save that coffee or at least fix the flow, and I want to look at how the taste is after fixing the flow of the espresso. First thing is you remove the hopper, and then it is recommended to vacuum inside because there will be a lot of coffee grinds lying around. So you need to turn counterclockwise. This is in the lock position. You need to set it to unlock position by twisting it counterclockwise that way. Okay, so let's clean it up and have a look at this. If you look closely, you'll see some numbers written here, somewhere right here, and that number goes from 1 all the way. This is 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 10. So that's the maximum you can go, 10 being coarser. So it says if you turn this way it's coarser, that way finer. So you need to remove this little clip which locks the upper area. Now you can freely turn holding the bottom area, turn the upper area from 6 all the way down to 2. So you're looking at the red line, it's pointing at 1, we need it at 2, so that looks like it is at 2. You could lock this by putting the ring button. Make sure you align exactly at 2, if not this little ring won't go in. So let's align it correctly. Once you align it correctly, this should go through. Yeah, that's good. Even the other side. So now it's good, you're able to lock it. So now the burr size, you made it finer up to 2, and let's make another extraction at inner burr size at 2. It is recommended to clean everything. Let me see if I'm able to put, or else I'm going to clean it again and then I'll put. So the first thing is find the align, which should point to the arrow. So this way. So obviously it's not sitting because I got a lot of grinds in there. So let me vacuum it and then let me try it again. Time to use the vacuum. Still I see some tough grinds that are stuck, so I'll use a brush to clean it up. You could use a brush something like this, or the one that came with the Breville machine, the black brush. You could use either of that. Now this one I got it from, I think, AliExpress, I'm not sure, or someone sent it to me for free. So this will help to loosen all the grinds that are there, and then when we use the vacuum it will be easier. So use this brush, a brush something like this, to loosen up all the grinds. And this is the Breville brush that came with the machine. This is also very usable. So you can just push the grinds. You should be able to loosen up most of it. This will avoid you to remove the inner burr again. You could remove all the way down to the base, but I wouldn't recommend you to do that. There is something called a felt, which is hard to replace it. So I managed to get most of it cleaned up, and let's put this back and make sure it aligns. Now it went through all the way down without any issue, and then twist it clockwise till you hear the lock. That's the sound to confirm that it is locked, and the arrow will point to the lock position. Now sometimes this won't go down. That means you need to take it out again and put it back. One more time. Okay, again. Okay, now this time it went all the way down. Okay, so let's put the hopper back and then turn to lock, and we are ready to use. Let me get another maybe 18 grams this time. I know this is a lot, but let's do the extraction with the maximum we can handle. Before I put the grinds, I'm gonna set the grinder size back to 1. Okay, that's exactly at 1, and the new set of beans. I'm just warming up the portafilter and the basket mainly. So now before I transfer, someone suggested that I do break the clumps before I put, which I normally do. Sometimes I don't. This time I just want to make sure that I follow that. So break the clumps at the bottom first. So I'm going all the way deep and then breaking the clumps there, and then slowly working my way up to the top. Okay, let's transfer now. Okay, that looks fine. Okay, that looks good. Also, I think John suggested me to tam a bit harder, so I'm going to do that with the timbre that came with Breville. Okay, that should be good. Get the weighing scale and the shot glass ready. Okay, so it's good to go. So once again, my inner burr size is at 2 and my outer grind size is at 1. This is almost the finest I could get in this machine. So let's see what type of extraction I can achieve. So let's begin. Double cup. Okay, that's 18 seconds and we got 53. Okay, that number is lesser than the 60 we got. Obviously the numbers have come down. That is, from 60 grams output I now got 53 grams, which is better. I wish I get 45 grams out from 18 grams beans, but this is the best I could get. And remember, this is a stale coffee, so it generated a bit of crema, but it's not thick espresso. I could see it's a bit watery still. That's because the CO2 gas is already gone. It's no more fresh. Anyway, the taste matter. Let's taste and see whether it made any difference compared to the first cup of espresso. Okay, this is better than the previous cup, I should admit that. Now I expect to get a lot of flavors, but which I'm not getting. But this is definitely not that sour compared to the previous coffee. That's some good news. But remember, if it's a fresh coffee, if I use the same beans which is freshly roasted, I should get all the other flavors like the chocolate notes and fruity flavors from the Jamaican blue. Let's see. This is the beans that I use, Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee, which should have the fruity notes and more chocolate flavor, which I'm not getting. But this is definitely not sour compared to the previous shot that I had. Much better compared to that. I would say it's just drinkable, and not that great cup, definitely no, but this is drinkable. Now the next shot, that's the other suggestion that I got, that is to make using the pressurized basket. Now before I do that, I have to clarify this. Now it is not recommended to make using pressurized basket because that generates fake crema and fake pressure. If you look at any expensive coffee machine or commercial coffee machines, none of them come with pressurized basket. Have you thought about that? It's because that's not a real cup of espresso if you make using pressurized basket. Now some of the home espresso machines come with the double walled or the pressurized basket. That is mainly for the pre-ground coffee that you buy from store, or from the or even the beans that you buy from the store, which does not have a roasted date, so you don't know how old it is, but still you are able to achieve some crema and some drinkable espresso out of it. So that's all you can achieve. The shot may look good, but it may not be that tasty and it won't bring all the flavors out. To bring all the flavors out, you need to use non-pressurized basket and get it at the right espresso range and crema everything right. Okay, so let's proceed, and we are going to use the pressurized basket now. Now here I spilled a little bit of coffee grinds here, so I did not get all the 18 grams in, but still it's fine. Anyway, that's all the taste you could get. Maybe you may get 50 grams out, slightly different. So let me clean it up and let's use the pressurized basket. I finally I had to look for this dual wall. Usually I don't use this, so it was hiding somewhere inside, but I'm glad I got it. Let's use this. Again, remember, when you're using a pressurized basket, do not use the bottomless portafilter, because remember, there's only one hole right here. So you have to be careful because the espresso is gonna come out with high pressure. So it's gonna spill all over. So it's safe to use the one with spout, which came with the Breville machine. Now let's use this. So here I got another 18 grams, and let's use this on a double wall cup. I'm not going to change any settings here, so leaving inner burr at 2 and outer grind size at 1, so that I'm really able to compare the taste. So I'm curious how much it came out. Oh, in fact 18.1 came out. Okay, good. So let's see how much it can fit in this basket. I think I managed to break all the clumps. Let's follow the same method and then tamp using the other side. Also tamp using the default Breville tamper. It should be good. Lost very little grinds, but let's use this. Okay, so taking another shot glass and then we are ready to go. So again, a reminder, inner bur at 2 and outer grind size at 1. Let's begin with the pressurized basket. Past 18 seconds, so it went to 22 seconds and we got 55 grams out, 56 grams out. Okay, so like I said, this is not the real crema, this is fake crema. Anyway, we're gonna taste and see, as that matters. Looks like a milkshake, a chocolate milkshake. So I managed to get a little bit less number using the non-pressurized basket, I mean the yield, but this one has 57 grams out, which is slightly more than the other extraction. Now, this is the cup of espresso using the pressurized basket. Now I need a spoon, obviously, because it looks like ice cream or milkshake. So let's break that, give it a mix. Okay. Okay, now I should admit that the sourness has reduced compared to the previous shot. That's more to do with the grind size, I believe, but compared to the taste, between the non-pressurized basket and the pressurized basket, I prefer the taste of this. This is more smoother compared to this and less sourness, slightly, not a big difference, but this one impressed me. I was expecting it will be very bad, but I should say it tastes okay. Let me compare with this. It tastes different though, but I think I like this one better. This one has a different taste. I wonder why. Yeah, I think this is more slightly smoother than this, but I should say that these two numbers are very close. I mean taste wise they are very close, so adjusting the grind size definitely brought more flavors and a little more tastier than the other cup of espresso, which was super sour. Those two cups I tasted, it wasn't drinkable, it was really bad, it was really sour. So compared to that, oh yes, these two are drinkable, but remember, these are not great cup of espresso. I'm sure you can dial in much better espresso than this by making sure that it's freshly roasted beans, which will have a lot of CO2 gas and a lot of crema coming out, almost like a honey-like pour. That's what you really want. So I hope you enjoyed this comparison, and do comment below what you think about these two do you prefer pressurized still or non-pressurized basket? So do let me know in the comments below. And if you're new to my channel, please do subscribe. I'll be posting more videos related to espresso. So stay tuned and see you guys next time. Bye for now.